Benny Blanco from the Bronx, Carbon White. I am right back with another football reaction, and it's a sad one. It's a sad one. Sad one because one, Arsenal lost. I keep saying the most important statistics in a game is the scoreline, and Arsenal have lost to Liverpool away at Anfield 1-0. Of course, losing to Liverpool at Anfield isn't the end of the world. You expect 99% of teams to go and lose at Anfield, but given the way we have strengthened, first of all, but also knowing Liverpool's frailties, we should have really taken advantage of this. And well, kudos to Liverpool, especially to Dominic Szoboszlai, who ensured that Liverpool walk away with 3 points, because it was a cracker of a goal. Declan Rice distance, hit it on the far right side of the post. If you're the goalkeeper, left, if you're the hitter of the ball, went top corner, hit the bar, got in. 1-0 in the 80-something minutes or so. So there was not so much time for reaction or to score a goal. But largely, the game was a Borefest. It wasn't as cracking as people would have expected, especially when the two juggernauts were meeting. And it was just whoever gets a chance and utilizes it, then they take the day. Because if it ends 0-0 and you look back, you wouldn't say, oh, we missed such and such a chance. Because even before that goal, I'd say the best chances, or the person that looked likely to score a goal, was Noni Madueke. So you can keep in mind there's Salah in there, there's Ekitike, there's Gyökeres, Eze came in at some point, Max Doman and Odegaard for Arsenal. Curtis Jones came in also. So for me, I think from an Arsenal perspective, for me, I'd look at Arteta to blame for this one. I'd look at Arteta to blame for this one. Why? Because I think he set up to stink out the place at Anfield. Because we had, first of all, a back four defenders, and then our midfield had 3 defensively minded midfielders in Mikel Merino. We had Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi. And then on the offensive, we had Martinelli, we had a man like Madueke, and we had Victor Gyökeres. So if you ask me, the most industrious person in there was Noni Madueke, who was causing trouble on the right-hand side. So I wouldn't fault him for anything. But for the defense, there was an injury to a man like Saliba, who was forced to walk out, and then Mosquera came in, slotted in nicely. You couldn't realize that there is actually a difference. So on that front, I think Arsenal did well to recruit good in defense. So for Liverpool, Konate, almost in the dying minutes, also got injured and he had to walk off, and then Gomez came in place of him. So at the moment, I'd say Mikel Arteta wasn't brave enough to unleash an attacking squad, if you ask me, because Eze was on the bench. He had to come on later on. Nwaneri never even stepped onto the pitch. You have Max Doman, who also came in very, very late into the game. Who else? Trossard. He didn't figure in this match. So you kind of wonder what's the plan. If you're really looking for a goal, then why do you have like your most potent and dangerous players on the bench? So for me, I'd blame Arteta for this one. Probably he set out to go look for just a point. It felt like a defensive. It was supposed to go down as a defensive masterclass years back, but then Liverpool take the day. For Liverpool, I think most of the time I say when the game is over, you don't remember ati mliekea watu uzito, sijui mlifanya nini, they scored a lucky goal. All you remember is that your team lost, and for that reason, it kind of stings from an Arsenal perspective. And keep in mind that we're going for an international break, so there is a bit of time before the Premier League resumes. So it's going to be some week or two of just banter. So you remember what Arsenal went through, and you're like, I don't know, you're not looking forward to step out. Yeah. So the watch along was not really nice to watch. I think for a neutral, if you look at a neutral's perspective, it was a Borefest. It was very boring. You could fall asleep in that match. But for those who did a hate watch against Arsenal, then they are having a time of their lives. If you're watching as a Liverpool fan, the goal just brightened your evening and made your August. So I don't know what we have. We have just recruited well, I'd say. But Liverpool is also a good side. You'd expect, as I have mentioned, that most teams would struggle to beat Liverpool at Anfield. Remember, it's the transfer deadline day, so we'll be also following up to see if there is any more business left to do, especially from an Arsenal perspective, because the person that people are really crying out for was a striker who was marked out of the game, and that is Victor Gyökeres. And if you ask me, Arsenal's plan was also to lock out Mo Salah, which they successfully did. Of course, we can't say successfully if Liverpool have won. Yeah. And then also you look at the left hand side. We had numerous links at some point in the transfer window in man like Rafael Leao, in someone like Lukman, in someone like Rodrigo at some point, and then things just cooled off on the wing aspect. But we did ensure that we tie down Leandro Trossard to a new contract. We don't know the situation with Martinelli, so going forward it will be interesting to see what we have in store, what we are planning. Yeah, so Liverpool take the day, and the bragging rights, not just the 3 points. 3 points and bragging rights. And then we look forward to another Premier League weekend and see if we'll bounce back. So the next matchup for Arsenal is against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, so we hope that we'll be able to dust ourselves up and collect ourselves, come back into the APL. Still early stages, but as I have mentioned also previously, Manchester City ensured that in order to win the league, kind of like the points that we have dropped today would feel like the league is gone. Yeah. And because you remember, I don't know, some people are asking if Manchester City are still in the title race after losing imagine 2 games out of 3, and you're thinking about someone being out of the title race. So it's interesting to see how things pan out eventually. I don't know if you enjoyed the game, if anything was pleasing to you to watch this game. Where were you watching from? Did the results go the way you expected? Yeah, and what are you looking forward to? So please comment on the video, share it to many others out there so that we can grow together, and then also like and subscribe if you have not. Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, we still give thanks. So until next time, it's a bye-bye from me, and we'll see you next time. So peace.